goddamn. At least when I played the game, I at least let homie talk. Joel shot that man like he was the YouTube skip button. He was trying to get back to the video. Like, bow, fuck out of my way. Get the hell up out of here, playboy. Nope. The thumbnail for this video says it all. Joel Miller did nothing wrong. Any father would. Let me tell you something. All right? If I had a daughter and you came to me and was like, look, in order to save the world, your daughter has to die. You dying. Then your mans is dying. Then the people or the squad you came with also has to go. Anyone who came up with this idea that may or may not be a threat to my child will meet a swift end. I justify every single thing that Joel did in this hospital. Like, Geneva Convention be damned, because he done broke a whole raft of murder, assault, torture, killing prisoners who gave up. He did it all. Like, if there was a court-martial, Joel Miller would be on trial for breaking multiple acts of war. And I would be there defending that man. I'd be in his corner. I'd be like, he was 100% justified. Every single thing that Joel did, every single person that he killed, the entire rampage that he went on was justified the second they told him that he had to sacrifice another daughter in order to save the world. And it's not even guaranteed that if they had went through with this procedure on Ellie, that they would have been able to develop a cure. It's like, look how fucking run down and beat the shit this hospital is. Like, what you finna do in here, playboy? Like, the room isn't even actually sterilized the way it should be sterilized. Like, no, absolutely not. I will always be a defender of Joel Miller. If I can defend Eren Yaeger, I can defend Joel Miller killing a couple of soldiers to save his daughter so that she doesn't die in vain. That's just me. That is my stance on the entire situation. Now, opening up this episode, it was great seeing Ashley Johnson. Like, I really feel as though Ashley Johnson is one of those actors, voice actors, mocap actresses that deserves way more clout. Like, she deserves to be way more up here with her skill, because we only had her for like 10 seconds and you already got multiple different insights into her character. She's a badass. Same way she was in the video games, that is conveyed here with her playing Ellie's mom. Pregnant, running through the woods, outrunning a fucking clicker or whatever the hell that was chasing her. I don't think it was a clicker. I think it might have just been like a random stage 2 infected. Fighting him off with a goddamn knife, delivering her baby, holding on long enough with the child for Marlene or whoever else to show up so that she can hand Ellie off and then request to be killed. Absolute badass. I like the fact that they touched on the relationship between both Marlene and Ellie's mother, in the idea that they knew each other from before everything went to shit. They knew each other for their entire lives. They were best friends. And I like the fact that Marlene says no to the request of killing her, and then she walks out of the room. And it's like she turns over Ellie, and then it's like one of those things where like you have to psych yourself up. You got to get into it. And when she walked back into the room, it wasn't a conversation. It wasn't like, I don't want to do this. I wasn't sure if this was going to be the direction our lives were going to take in. I never thought. No. She walks in, she instantly shoots her. Why? Because if she started speaking to her, she wouldn't have been able to do it. She had to get it done quick, fast, and in a hurry. And I like the fact that that's the approach that they decided to take. It also makes it that Ellie is basically her weak spot, and she's basically repeating the exact same thing again with the hospital scene where she has Ellie basically prepped for surgery and ready to go, where she's once again sacrificing a piece, the last remaining piece of her best friend, even after making her that promise. This episode, this finale is definitely about broken promises, which is that Ellie is promising herself that she's going to sacrifice herself to save everyone so that her journey wasn't in vain. Joel basically lying to Ellie at the end of the episode, saying that everything he basically told her was true, even though it was a lie, so that she could live a normal life. And then Marlene breaking the last and final promise to basically her best friend she grew up with, that she would keep her daughter safe, knowing that now she has to sacrifice that daughter in order to create the world that she wants to create. So good. Joel's scene through the hospital, where he's moving through the hospital with the gun and he's killing everyone. I like the sound choices. I'm a sound snob. I like the sound choice. I like the fact that the Last of Us theme is just low enough that you can hear it, but the music that's playing, or the instrumental that's playing while he's going through the hospital killing everyone, is just loud enough that it gets you inside of Joel's mind. He's not thinking rationally. Like his heart's probably pounding, like his ear muffled. All he's focused on is getting to Ellie. Everything in his path is just a nuisance. Like random soldiers coming up, dead. Guys surrendering, dead. Like, I'm not talking to you, I'm not rationalizing you, you're just an obstacle I need to get over to get to my daughter. And then once I get to my daughter, he softens when he gets into the elevator. When he gets into the elevator, he reverts back to regular Joel. The Joel that you see going through the hospital killing everyone, that's the Joel that Tommy's afraid of. That's the Joel that Tommy was like, nah, I can't be around you no more, playboy. Like, I have to move across the country to get away from you because you're absolutely fucking dangerous. That's the Joel that ran through and killed everyone. When he's in the elevator and he looks down at Ellie, he reverts back to the Joel that we've seen grow throughout this series. Then once he meets Marlene downstairs and he shoots Marlene, once he puts Ellie inside of the car and he shuts the door, he reverts right back to that Joel that Tommy's afraid of. And he walks up and it's not even like a conversation. He's just like, nope, you come after her too. Bow. Instantly shoots her, cuts the black. He's in the car driving back to Tommy's. Great. I feel as though both Pedro Pascal and Bella Ramsey are going to be up for awards next award cycle because of this show. I think last episode was definitely the episode that earned Bella Ramsey her Emmy. I'd be shocked if she does not win an Emmy for that episode. This episode might be the one that also earns Pedro Pascal his Emmy next season. Fantastic job from the both of them. I also like the touches that we got in reference to like the video game, in regards to the giraffe scene, where the giraffe scene is really what wakes Ellie up out of her trauma for a little bit until she realizes that the world is still a shitty place. That was really, really good. The conversation between Joel and Marlene, where Marlene's basically shut off her emotions and just accepted the fact that she has to sacrifice her friend's daughter to get her wishes. Also the fact that we see that she went through just as big as a journey as Joel, where her trip across of, I kind of wish that was a DLC or like a side game where we get to play as Marlene as she's journeying across the country with her men and she's losing everyone. Because if you remember that other black lady, that black girl that was with her in episode 1 when she turned over Ellie to Joel, she was supposed to be part of the vanguard to protect Marlene to get across the country. She is not with them in Seattle, which means at some point in time between Boston and her getting out west, that lady died. I'd love to see like that whole story about what basically happened to her and all her people. That'd have been like a great DLC if they had ever decided to do like a short prequel or short side trip story. I'd like to see exactly what kind of hell they went through, because when she got over there, she was tired. Like, she's just like, bruh, like, I barely made it here. I'm amazed that I'm here. The subtle setup for Abby coming in season 2, where you focus on the doctor that Joel shoots just long enough to let you know that this person may or may not be an important character going forward. Love it. I love everything about this episode. This episode was dope as shit. We already got season 2. Bella Ramsey's confirmed that she's going to be coming back to play Ellie. And a lot of people were like, oh, Ellie's taller. Ellie in the game in Last of Us 2 is 5'4". Bella Ramsey right now is like 5'1". All you got to do is give her like an extra like 3 inches on her shoes, or an extra 2 inches on her shoes, or some like insoles that make her taller, and she's good to go. Like, Ellie is pretty short. Everyone in Jackson is pretty short. It just feels as though that Ellie is tall because she runs into people that are sometimes a little bit shorter than her. But yeah, like I'm ready. Like, between this, House of the Dragon, I'm not saying that I forgive HBO for canceling Lovecraft Country, but if they keep delivering quality content such as this, I'm willing to come to an agreement that I'll continue supporting them, as long as they don't ever cancel a show like Lovecraft Country ever again. But yeah, great finale, great series, the entire run, multiple awards for all these different freaking people who did an awesome job. Let me know what you think about this episode, comment down below, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.